Hello everybody, my name is Nikki and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video today. A few days ago, I was reading through the comments on some of my videos here on the channel, and on my Laura Mercier concealer video, I saw a comment, I'll try to put it up here, asking for my skincare routine. Now, I was super happy to read this comment because I've been wanting to share my skincare routine. However, I wasn't sure if you guys would be interested in it. So that's exactly what I'm doing for you guys today. Also, it's proof that I do read your comments, guys. So I do mean it when I want to hear from you guys down below. I don't want to talk for too long because my skincare routine, both in the morning and in the evening, can be a little lengthy. And I do want to explain it as best as I can so you guys understand why I use certain products. But before we start diving into my skincare, I have a few disclaimers. One, this is not a sponsored video. All the products that I use are purchased by me, tested by me, and they're all my opinion. 2, I have dry skin. 3, just because the products work for me does not necessarily mean that they will work for you. That's just how skincare is. We both might have dry skin, but we do have different bodies. So I can't promise you that if you use the products that I mentioned, it will work for you, but I do highly recommend that you do your research. You find out what your skin type is, do your research, and honestly, trial and error, because that's how I got to my skincare routine. Good morning, everybody. This is barefaced Nikki. I literally just woke up, so I tied my hair, I'm in the bathroom, and now I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'm not going to show you how I brush my teeth because I'm pretty sure you already know how to do that. However, something I do after brushing my teeth is I exfoliate my lips with my toothbrush. Obviously, I've washed my toothbrush, but I do this with running water. I don't do this dry because that would hurt my lips so badly I'd probably bleed, but I just exfoliate my lips because as I'm sleeping, I breathe a lot and that dries out my lips. And after I've exfoliated, I take my Vaseline Lip Therapy in the shade Rosy Lips, basically the pink one, and I put a lot of this on. I mean it. This goes on for I think a full minute of me just putting on my lip balm because I really hate having dry lips. So I make sure to put a lot of lip balm on, especially around the edges of my mouth because that's where it dries out first. After that, I like to gently cleanse my face. Right now, I'm using the Burt's Bees Facial Cleansing Towelettes. Realistically, I don't always use that. I normally use this Nivea Micellar water, but I don't have cotton pads right now, so we're resorting to these wipes. Now, the reason why I don't actually physically wash my face is because, well, I just woke up. Nothing really happened in my sleep, and I sleep in a really cold room, so I doubt that I sweat. So I just take this wipe and gently cleanse my face. I don't go too rough, especially with a wipe, because it dries out my skin so badly. So I'm actually quite gentle, but generally that's it. Nothing too special. After I gently cleanse my face, I take my Garnier Bright Complete 30X Vitamin C Booster Serum. That's a lot of words. This is the newest product in my skincare routine. I started using this I think a month ago or a month and a half ago, and in that month that I've been using it, I've seen a genuine difference in my skin. And this is because I scratch my face a lot, so I have a lot of wounds on my face, which is such a bad habit, but it's there. And because I get wounds, I get marks, and they kind of stay there for a while. Like there's a color that shows where I scratched my face, and I hate it. But this has actually helped. It has lightened those dark marks. I'm not sure if it's lightened my under eyes, but honestly I don't mind it too much. The little marks is what I've noticed has gone away over time, and yeah, I just put this on my face every morning and sometimes at night, and I just let it do the work. Normally, I would take the Ordinary's caffeine solution and put it under my eyes for my dark under eyes. However, I have a few wounds under my eyes and I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm not using it right now. Next, I like to moisturize. In the mornings, I use Neutrogena's Hydroboost water gel. This is actually really good. Ever since I started using it, I really do feel moisturized. Like, it has done its job for me at least. And I put enough to feel moisturized and to lock in the serum that I just used, but not too much to the point where it feels like I have a really thick layer of moisturizer, because I don't think that's a nice feeling to have during the day. And I just rub that in and let it set and let it do its work. Now for the most important step in my morning routine, sunscreen. This is Biore UV Watery Essence SPF 50. I've been using it for, I think, nearly a year now. It's really good. And I just recently started using this spray. This is the Cloche Flame TLC spray along with my sunscreen. And this is because apparently using mists in between your sunscreen adds extra hydration. Now, when you put on sunscreen, apparently you're supposed to put 2 finger lengths, but because I do the sun me technique, where I put sunscreen then mist, I do it 1 finger length at a time. So here we are with 1 finger length of sunscreen, and I put it on my face and, you know, apply as you would normal sunscreen. I just rub it in and I make sure to get as much of my face as possible, even the edges. I also like to get my eyelids because the skin there is very thin, even under your eyes, and it's super fragile. You need to be more gentle. You shouldn't be as rough as me. But I like to go over those areas where the skin is particularly thin and fragile, and once I've kind of rubbed in my sunscreen, I like to take my facial mist, which again is the Cloche Flame TLC spray, and I just go over it because apparently this seals in a bit more hydration, because you know your girl has dry skin. Even though my sunscreen is watery essence, I need more wateriness, and I just let that dry, and then we'll go on to round 2. Round 2 is literally the same thing, it's just that now I've let my previous layer of facial mist dry, and I go in again with another finger length of sunscreen, do the same thing, put it on my face, spray some facial mist, and I let that dry. Because my morning skincare routine has a lot of waiting times where I'm waiting for the product to settle and dry, by the end of it all, I feel like my lips are dry again, or really it's just me overreacting, so I like to wrap up my morning routine with some more lip balm. Now I'm going to take you out into the hallway, quote-unquote hallway, where there's better lighting so you can see what my skin looks like after my skincare routine. It's very glowy, dewy, glazed donut realness. This is how I like my skin to look, and I'll see you again later tonight when I'm gonna take off my makeup and wash it and get ready for bed. I am back home after a long, hot day of errands. My skin is so unhappy with me. I am so over it. Let's start cleaning it up. Alright, I've showered and I'm back in my pajamas. I like to wash my face in the shower because I really hate washing my face in the sink. And this is the Biore makeup remover. Even if I'm not using makeup, I like to sometimes use this when it's a really hot day and I used a lot of sunscreen just to remove it. And then I follow it up with this Neutrogena Deep Clean Brightening Foaming Cleanser just to get a deeper clean on my face because it's so polluted here in Manila. I just want to make sure all the dirt is off with these 2 products. I've brushed my teeth and exfoliated my lips the same way I did this morning, and I take this Laneige lip sleeping mask. I like to use this over ordinary lip balms at night because our skin absorbs our skincare products while we're sleeping, so a thicker moisturizer for my lips just seems to be a better solution for the nighttime. The next step in my nighttime skincare routine is the Ordinary's lactic acid in 10% plus hyaluronic acid. Please note that I do not use this every night. Technically I could, as far as I know this was built to be used every night. I just don't want to risk it because I still have quite sensitive skin. But again, you could if you wanted to and if you think your skin is strong enough. But I like to alternate it with my vitamin C or my ordinary AHA BHA mask. I like to rotate through these three products just to make sure my skin doesn't get too used or get too abused by a certain serum or acid. Now, I also use this on my underarms once or twice a week because the lactic acid balances out my pH levels in my underarms. So it creates an environment wherein bacteria cannot live, and so I don't really have any odor. So not only does this lactic acid also exfoliate my underarms, but I also just don't smell like anything, actually. After I've let the lactic acid set on my skin and do its work, I take this Laneige Water Bank Eye Gel and I take a very, very, very tiny amount and put some under my eyes. I try to put enough to hydrate my eyes while I'm sleeping, but also not too much where I'm basically, suffocating my eyes, because again, the skin there is very thin and very sensitive. So I try to be as careful as possible when it comes to applying this eye gel. The last step in my evening skincare routine is moisturizer. So I take this Laneige Water Bank Hydro Cream X, I think, and I'm almost out of it, which makes me super sad because this has worked super well for my skin, but I will buy a new one soon. And I put quite a hefty amount on my skin at night because, like I said, your skin absorbs your skincare products better at night when you're sleeping. So I like to maximize that. I put quite a lot of moisturizer just so that I can rehydrate my skin while it's sleeping, because I know if I had a really long and hot day, I am no longer hydrated. So I'm just trying to make up for what I lost during the day and let it do its work while I'm sleeping. Just taking you into better lighting again so you can see what my skin looks like after my skincare routine. Again, glazed donut realness. I know it looks absurd, but it works for me because when this dries down and when I wake up in the morning, I look super fresh and I look like I have baby skin. Alright, that was my everyday skincare routine. Now, if you'll notice, I do adjust my skincare routine based on what I think my skin needs for the day. An example would be the fact that I haven't been using my caffeine solution lately under my eyes because I have a lot of wounds under my eyes because I've been scratching a lot. That's just, honestly, that's common sense. But for example, today I have makeup on and I have a lot of errands to run and I know I'm gonna get sweaty and it's just gonna feel all grimy. I'm probably gonna use my AHA BHA mask later today. But if it was another day where it's just kind of chill, I had makeup on but it wasn't too messy, then I'll use my lactic acid. If I was just at home doing nothing, then I'll just stick to my vitamin C. It all just depends on what my skin tells me I need. I listen to my skin more than I will ever listen to anyone on the internet because my body knows me better than anyone on the internet ever could. So that is honestly, that's my number one tip for skincare, is listen to your body. If your body is not reacting a good way to a certain product, stop using it. Or maybe you're using it wrong, so do your research as well. But generally, listen to your skin. Your skin is very vocal, honestly, about what you'll need. You just need to figure out what it wants and then find your way around that. Again, just because I use these products and just because they work for me does not necessarily mean that they will work for you. But I do recommend giving it a try, but be careful. Always do a patch test first and foremost. You have to patch it, I think this is the best part to test new skincare because this area is particularly sensitive, I think. So if it doesn't feel good there, don't put it on your face because this is precious, you know. So yeah, my skincare routine isn't too complicated because I do it every day, so it doesn't feel complicated. But at the end of the day, my skincare is really just me listening to my skin and what it needs. And most of the time, it just needs to be cleaned and hydrated. But I would love to know what you think about my skincare routine. Would you try these products? Are you actually already using these products? Also, do you put on sunscreen? Actually, yeah, that's what I want to hear the most. Do you put on sunscreen? Because if you don't, I'm scolding you right now. Put some sunscreen on. It's so important. Again, my name is Nikki, and I'm so glad that I met you here today. Until the next video. Bye!